Let's talk about what's been happening lately in the world of David Francisco. This is the debrief of 23rd of September 2024. Thanks for being there on that side. I have so much to talk about, and so much that I want to touch on, and I would love to just do it here. But first of all, I want to start by saying that I really do appreciate where I am right now compared to where I was even 6 months ago. Ever since the Revolution Rumble, I feel like my wrestling career has really gotten to a new level, and a lot of that has been because of all the openings and chances that I created for myself, because it was the only way that I could do it. I mean, come on, we've all seen what I had to do to finally be able to get rid of the Contenders stigma on top of me, right, and move on. But the truth is, a lot of you, including people that are right now listening to me, have been very kind, and I've been paying attention, and I really do appreciate that. Even if because you are like Southampton and you have good taste, and you do enjoy a little bit of David Francisco, or because you kind of hate watching. Either way, you're giving me your time and attention, and I want to say that I appreciate that, because there's a lot of things, even things that I won't be able to talk about here, that are just very nice. People are being very nice, right? Awfully Waffly, what's up? Welcome to the stream. We love you in Sheffield too. Yes, I am aware. I am aware, and I'm very appreciative. And I am also aware that I'm not the only person that is aware. Because after Southampton, Andy Quilden is also being like, hey, the same thing is kind of happening in Sheffield, you know, which is very interesting. Sheffield card is stuck. Yes, it is. I do want to clarify, because I don't want anyone to false advertise or anything. I am not going to be at the shows this weekend, at the RevPro shows this weekend. I have a very important personal commitment that takes priority, and I've had it for a while. RevPro is aware that I'm not going to be present, and probably they haven't spoken about it openly, because they don't want people to be like, oh, well, if David's not there, I'm not going to go, because obviously I would only go if David was there, right? We all know that that's the case. Come on, what are we doing here? That's a shame. We'll miss you, but life takes precedent, of course. Yes, and I'll be there next time, I'm sure. You know, I'll the demand is there for me to be like, hey, Andy Quill, they need to bring me. Southampton is Francisco country. Yes, it is, Spike. I will be in Southampton. We will talk about that in a second. Let's have a look at this this card here. Check this out. RKJ versus Mike V, 2 out of 3 falls match. Jay Joshua versus Luke Jacobs. Robbie Eagles versus Robbie X. The winner is allowed to stay Robbie. The loser needs to lose being a Robert. One Call Manders versus Josh James. Leo Rush, Cameron Kai, Dante Martin versus Kieran Lacey, Will Caven, and Mark True. It's so good to see Kieran Lacey and Mark True in the middle of this, teaming up with Will Caven, just getting back in the fold. I'm so happy for this. This is the great thing that's happening. And Carvernario versus Ozaya is going to be a crazy match. It's going to be very, very good. And I'm very sad that I'm going to miss it. But I'm going to be able to see all of it on RevPro On Demand. I'm very happy that RevPro is indeed showing to Sheffield that their shows are not to be missed. The strategy of doing the Sheffield show the day after the Stevenage show and just carrying on the stars is a great strategy there. On this Sheffield card, you have people from obviously RevPro, but also a top name from the American Indies, from Defy and GCW. You have you have wrestlers from New Japan. You have wrestlers from CMLL. You have champions. You have wrestlers from AEW. They're all here on this card, and I think that's really good, right? As a fan, what match would you say was there? If I was there, you'd be looking forward to the most, Billy? Oh, let me look at this. Oh, they're gonna be. I actually don't know if I'm gonna be able to pick. I'm trying to see what my instinctive answer is, and I think it's Cavernarius Ozaya. But I honestly think that there's interesting things in all the matches that are going to be here, right? Like RKG and Mike D now have had so many matches, they know each other so much that this 2 out of 3 falls is very interesting, because I wonder what the strategy they're going to come up with to be able to win these 2 falls. I think Jay Joshua and Luke Jacobs is going to be very good. Stylistically, match very well, and it's just a great shot for Jay Joshua to showcase himself at this level. I think Robbie Eagles and Robbie X is going to be one of the greatest cruiserweight matches of the year. Come on, what are we doing here, right? That 6-man tag there is insane. I think there's a lot of new dynamics. I'm very interested to seeing what happens with the dynamic of True and Lacey and Caven together. And I'm just very excited about the idea that they're in the ring with Leo Rush, that all of them are in the ring, including Cameron Kai, are in the ring with Leo Rush. And just be able to just learn from him by just being around him or being across him in the ring. And I think that the match that I would be more interested is Cavernario versus Osiah, unless you want to see the match that I'm going to take more pleasure in, and it's probably going to be One Call Manders versus Josh James, because Josh is going to get battered, and that would be very entertaining for me. I would very much enjoy that for my own entertainment. Yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone for this crazy month of August. A lot of things happened in August. I think, obviously, the Your Call show, the Copper Box participation, I feel like as I'm in it that, and I look back, it just feels like I'm like one person in the middle of like 8 people, 10, it was both matches had 8 people. So I'm like one person in the middle of 8 people, but in a way that I prefer it to be that way because it's not, it gets me used to sets like that so that it's not the first time that I do that when next time I am on my own, right? And even if a lot of the attention isn't on me, which is fine, if there's one thing that I've learned, I am a very patient person, and if the last 3 to 6 months have proven anything, is that, as Randy Savage always said, the cream does rise to the top, and it's only a matter of time. So that's been pretty cool. It's been pretty cool to see, because there's a lot of people that have discovered me because of what's been happening lately ever since the Revolution Rumble and all these participations in these matches, and it's just been great. Obviously, I've also been in August, I was also in Southampton, where I beat Chuck Mambo. I want to continue to remind everyone of that. We'll come back to it. I want to talk about the future, and we'll come back to it. There was more things that happened in August that maybe fell a little bit through the cracks of the attention of not just because I didn't stop in August, but also because there were so many, the Copper Box and Your Call were such big things that maybe these other things didn't get as much attention. But I'm glad that lately I feel like things are catching up now that they're going for the second show. For example, Colossus, we just talked about that. Pro Wrestling Colossus in Margate had their first match, their first show. I was able to be part of it. There will be a vlog of that day coming out pretty soon. It is actually pretty intense because I was so late. There was so much traffic on that day that I arrived half an hour before I went out to wrestle. It was a very stressful day, but very satisfying. I remember when I found out that Jordan Breaks and then TK Cooper were going to be based out of Margate, and they were telling me about their school and the things that happened there. I kind of give him, not taking credit for it, although maybe I should. I'm just saying that in my mind, I was like, oh, maybe there's a possibility of creating something there, because obviously I personally, I didn't know about any wrestling in that area of the country. And if it would probably means that if there was any wrestling there, it would be very local, right? And I think that Colossus is them doing the right thing. The school there is working well. The Tanit School of Wrestling, I believe it's called that way. Pro Wrestling Tanit. Am I saying it right? I don't know. I can't speak this language. And then the Colossus brand started. They're bringing people from other places in the country to help elevate not just the talent there, but also the wrestling scene there and build something there. And I think the first show was a big success. You can see all of it, I believe, on TK Cooper's YouTube channel. I'll leave links in the notes. But as we can see, it was enough of a success that they've already announced their second show, Invasion of the Body Slammers, happening on the 26th of October. The Wheel of a Dreamland, which I haven't been to, and I would really like to go to Dreamland, is part of the poster here, and I am going to be there. I think, can I say this? Can I announce this? I've been tagged, so yes, I'm tagged right there. I'm tagged on the image, so I'm going to say that I can say it. I will be there. I am excited about the prospect of going back to Colossus and just being part of it and just help that scene there as much as I can. If there's one thing that I've learned, I'm sure it's not just here, but I've learned this a lot in the scenes here, is the collaboration between different pockets of wrestling in different parts of the country, just working together to build themselves up. And I think that it's so good to be able to... being in London makes me be in this weird little bubble where a lot of things happen here, you know? And sometimes, because of that, I don't have my eyes up to the idea of bringing other people here to come and help the scene here, because there's so much good talent here, because just, if nothing else, because it's just a big town, a huge city. And I don't know what it's like to be in a place like Margate, like the area like Thanet, where maybe there isn't as much talent to drink from. And the idea that I can be in the privileged position of going there and helping with my knowledge and what I do just makes me very happy. So yeah, if you're in the area in Margate by any chance, or you want to have a day out on the beach at the end of October, which means the weather's going to be great, it will be in 26th of October that it will return. Another thing that happened was UKPW. UKPW had in July and in September 2 shows in the High Street. You can watch the vlog of one of them in my YouTube channel. It's there already. And then UKPW returned back to the High Street just on their own, and people came out to see the show, which is really cool. Let me show you a little bit of footage from those shows. This is raw footage. Look at this. So many people around. Even the dogs love me. It was a big hard-fought battle against Alf Edwards in his hometown. Him and I have been involved in a bit of an issue that we both have had, because he's not happy that I'm getting title opportunities, that I've won title shots, and he thinks that he should be the one getting the title shots. Anyways, we needed to sort it out and solve it, and we ended up doing it in the ring, and I did indeed defeat Alfred Edwards. I would like to show you footage of what happened after the match. This is what happens afterwards. You can see that he's a bit distraught for it. Went to check on him, gave him a little thumbs up, and he asked for the microphone. I wasn't expecting this to happen.
My first match with Bexley Heath, I went one-on-one with Danny Black, who was the inspirational champion at the time. About 40 people, and I came that close. And as much as I come out here with bad attitude, by the end of the match, there were people here chanting my name.
Proper crying, you know? This is very emotional for him.
Some people that disapprove of me. The reason why I lost to Danny Black wasn't because of Danny Black. The reason why I lost to Danny Black was because of me. The reason why I lost the ladder match for the Interregional Championship 2 years ago in October wasn't because of Sapphire Reed, it was because of me. I've been blaming other people, but the entire time it turns out I was the salty one, and I see that now. So here's the thing, to all of UKPW management, for all the horrible things I've said, and to David Francisco, the man I've known since my very first day when I started wrestling, the first man to shake my hand when I walked through that room, the first man to teach me all the things, the man that taught me how to suplex.
Oh.
I was wrong, and I'm sorry. David, thank you for today, and I hope you go on to be that individual champion. And here's the thing, David, I'm still Sex Merchant, I am still Alf Edwards, I am still a Bexley boy, and I promise you now, I am still coming to that Interregional Championship. I hope you're the one that has it.
Very big of Alf Edwards to say what he said. I'm glad that he got it. The thing is, I had a shot against Harry Sefton for the Interregional Championship, but I didn't win because Alf Edwards took it away from me. He attacked me as I was about to win the match. I'm sure that he was believing he was right, and beating me today would be the proof that he was. But the fact is, he didn't beat me on that day, and I am just glad that he is taking the right approach. You either win or you learn, and he learned his lesson.
Give it up for Alf Edwards. As he said, I was there when he started. I've been here through this journey. I know, look at me, I know your true potential. Everyone here has always known your true potential, and that's why they were being so mean to you, because you were not living up to it. It is great that now you know your true potential. You're Alf Edwards, you're the suplex merchant, and my God, you're going to be the future of UKPW, you hear me? Give it up for Alf Edwards! Have you all had a good time? Great to be back here. I have been stewing on this for a month because that man right there has caused me the most problems in my entire UKPW career. And today, it was so important for me to be able to slay that beast.
I wanted to say beast. I promise.
And I did. I'm so happy that I did it right here in Bexley Heath. A month ago, I stood in this ring and I made a promise to defeat and beat Alf Edwards, and I did. And Bexley Heath, I feel like you and I, we have something special, so allow me to make another promise. Harry Sefton. I thought I would never get a shot at a title at UKPW. And because of my friends, and because of these people, I stood toe to toe with you, and I had you beat. He got in my business, and he learned his lesson. I need you to look me in the eyes and understand how serious I am when I'm saying this. Harry, I am coming for you next. I want a fair shot at the UKPW Inter-Regional Champion. And when I make promises, I deliver on them. I am going to get you one-on-one. I am going to man that's going to beat you. And I am taking that Inter-Regional Championship away from you. Because I am the centerpiece. I am David Francisco. And just like I did to Alf Edwards, I am going to teach you a lesson you will not forget.
Wrestling shows in high streets need to happen more. Southampton is big enough. The UKPW does tons of wrestling shows in high streets. And sometimes I think like, it's second rate. It's weird. And then I'm like, one of the greatest matches I've ever seen was Okada versus Suzuki in the outside, in the rain, which made it even cooler. So yeah, I love doing it. And now I'm setting my eyes on Harry Sefton because I'm starting to have championship thirst. I am thirsty for championships. The Inter-Regional Championship in UKPW, it's definitely one that I would like to go for and I like to have around my waist. I feel like it's the one thing that I haven't been doing a lot lately, which is winning championships. But now that I really found myself, it is time to get them, okay? And UKPW is not the only place where I want to have a little title. There's this little promotion in Wimbledon called Purpose Wrestling that I run. And I do not have any booking power on this promotion. I have given that up. It's a booking committee made of Bobby, who sometimes is here on the stream, and also the lead ring announcer, Chris Hatch, and our lead referee, Oscar Harding. The three of them are the Purpose Wrestling booking committee because I didn't want to have that power because I want to be a competitor in Purpose Wrestling. I'm building this platform, and so many other people are having the chance to shine on this platform, and I am as well, but I want to be a wrestler. It's what I want to do. Purpose just had a show a week and a half ago.
Devastating move. Everstone kick. I think Harry's unconscious. Into the corner. This one's done. Oh!
Big Everstone kick. I've been winning a lot. I'm not undefeated, but this year my win-loss record is great. And after losing an unsanctioned match against Michael Oku, I felt like I really needed to build myself back up, and gladly I've been having the chance to do exactly that. I want to be the Purpose Wrestling champion, but my position, because of where I am and what I do, is a position that if I just get a title shot, a shot of that the same way that other people may do, the question of did I deserve it, did I earn it or not, would be there. Is he really getting a title shot because he should, because he's the right person, because it's his time, or is it because he happens to have a little bit of power? So I know that even if my title shot is fair, I still need to do more, and my journey is bigger, right? What's the guy that has the big boulder that's sticking it up? Do you know this?
The what?
There's a guy that shoves a big boulder up a hill only to get the boulder to come back down. It was like a punishment. Let me Google.
Someone in the chat, tell him.
Big boulder up the mountain, dude. Sisyphus.
I'm sorry, what?
Sisyphus.
Syphilis.
No. Syphilis is something different. Sisyphus.
Syphilis.
No. Sisyphus.
What did you call me?
Nothing.
A Sisyphus?
Let's get out.
Persephone.
Get out of the studio.
You ready?
That face right there is the face I make. And I have to put up with her. Anyways, Sisyphus. My journey of pushing that boulder up is way longer and way harder. And it has to be, because I'm gonna have way more questions than other people. Questions are gonna be asked. So I gotta make sure that when I go for that title, that I have a resume that more than guarantees that I should. Compared to the resume of maybe any other wrestler in Purpose Wrestling who, after a few wins, can probably claim it because they are just a competitor. And I am also want to be just a competitor, but critics will criticize, right? Here's what I have to say.
Oh, man. I don't know if my neck is okay. Harry Sefton is a hell of an opponent, but we're doing it and we're building it up.
This is what's happening. I'm cranking them in and I'm getting them all. I'm going to get these wins until no one can deny that I've earned a title shot. This is all I want. And truth be told, the championship committee has been giving me exactly what I asked a year ago, and I appreciate it. I want more. I need opponents, and I need victories that are gonna leave no doubt. I wanna go for this championship, and I wanna make sure that I've earned it. So hey, whoever you got, booking committee, I'm ready for them.
You can watch this now on Purpose Wrestling On Demand service. You can become a Purpose member and get the full show. It's right now, purposewrestling.com/members. And you'll be supporting the little wrestling company that I run. And if by any chance you can't or don't want to or have time, whatever it is, all of these matches, all the Purpose Wrestling content is eventually released on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Purpose Wrestling. If by any chance you haven't subscribe yet, it would be great to get you a subscription there, and you get to just get some really great wrestling for free. That's what I have going on. That's my aspirations. Purpose returns in October, 11th of October, with Everything Pattern. It's a charity show celebrating Black History Month. I am very happy to help produce the show. I won't be a part of the show, obviously, but you should come. The profits of the show go to charity. We will announce the charity that's going to benefit pretty soon, or maybe charities. Maybe we'll do more than one, and we'll go from there. Then in November, we just announced Days Are Forgotten. That's the next Purpose show. That's my next match there. And if by any chance you haven't had a chance to check it out, either coming down to shows in Wimbledon or checking out the YouTube, following the promotion on social media, it would be great if you want to follow it, because I am very proud of the things we're doing there. I really believe that it's really good professional wrestling. It's also a great place for talent to find themselves, right? This isn't so much about people who are taking their first steps in wrestling, but this is much more for people who are in need of finding themselves. And I feel like so many people have been able to use the space that Purpose gives them to find themselves, and that just makes me very, very happy. And I honestly think it's a really nice thing that we've all built there. And it's getting some momentum as well. We had a virtually sold out house on the last show, and hopefully we'll continue to keep going. That's Purpose. I'm excited about the future there, and I'm excited about the prospect of going for that title. And maybe there is another title that I think I should go for, because, and I am spoiling my appearance on This Is a Revolution podcast later in the week, that's going to come on Friday. I believe that I have a big hand in the fact that Sunshine Machine are tag team champions right now. The fact that they are the undisputed British tag team champions. I think they can say that I did a big part of it. Let me show you what I mean. In Southampton, last time RevPro was in Southampton, also this August, I defeated Chuck Mambo. I want to say this again so that we're all on the same page and everyone understands what's happening here. David Francisco has a win over the current, or one of the current, undisputed British tag team champions. This was the last thing that they heard before they went to the Copper Box to have that match.
You want to talk about partying and you want to talk about having a great time, but you were losing and you had to tell yourselves that the next time you lose, you're done, and that's the only way you could do something, because you don't have it anymore. When the people aren't watching, when the spotlight isn't on, and you lay down on your bed and you close your eyes and you can't sleep because you can feel the pressure, tell me you don't know that in a week it's going to be over when you stand in the Copper Box defeated and Sunshine Machine becomes nothing but a memory.
Intense, eh? Well, I want to show you a little moment from the RevPro 12th anniversary show that I think it's a very important moment that is not discussed as much as it should. It was an intense and grueling tag team match between the undisputed British tag team champions GYV and the contenders who said that they either win or they disband, Sunshine Machine. As Mambo is in the ring, Tiki Cooper's on the outside, and Mambo is isolated 2-on-1 in the ring. Everyone can tell it is only a matter of time.
Thursday device, GYV maybe about to make Mambo go. Oh, here's TK.
This moment that we're about to watch is something that is not talked about as much as it should, because in general, you, the RevPro fandom, don't want to talk about the bad bits, and they just want to talk about the good bits.
They're daring TK to come in the ring. They're daring him. And it's almost like they're saying to TK, he kicked you in the skull. He kicked you in the jaw.
That is true. Earlier in the match, Chuck Mambo clocked TK Cooper. Hey, that kind of stuff happens in tag team matches, right? The Santos has clocked me before. If you're going to take it personally, you're going to be the kind of person that, come on, TK, come on. You're going to take that personally?
I think TK Cooper's about to leave. It wasn't Chuck Mambo's idea. You've got to think that perhaps TK Cooper wasn't as married to this idea of Sunshine Machine. He's left Mambo like a lamb to the slaughter here.
People are not talking about this, but it's important to talk about it because it happened. And people are out here saying, like, oh no, it was all part of the plan. It's all strategy. Is it? Was it? In hindsight, we can say anything. We can rewrite history all we want. But come on. Was it really? I have my questions. I'm only asking questions. I am only asking questions, but I do have my doubts that TK was not actually leaving. And then, what I told him in Southampton played in his mind. No, it was not his own voice. No, it wasn't the voice of his partner telling him how much he loves him and how happy and fulfilled he feels with the existence of Sunshine Machine. No, it was not TK's family teaching him as he was growing up how to be a good person. No, those are not the voices that were ringing in his mind. No. It was mine. It was my voice. The voice that you just heard. The voice that was in their nightmares at night when they would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning because they could play it over and over and over again. It was my voice that motivated TK Cooper to do what he did next.
Mambo can't believe it. Last time I saw a look on the face of Chuck Mambo like that, it was when TK Cooper threw down that stipulation. Now it's time for Mambo to grit his teeth. Hang on a minute! TK Cooper's back! Headbutt onto Gibson! Super kick! Took his head off! There's a tag! Get it on! Designated driver! Cover him! 1, 2, yes!
Oh my god, the chills. The chills in my forearm. The chills up and down my spine. Look at that. It worked. And what an incredible moment it was. Only to get here. They did it. They really did it. Look at that moment right there. Standing in the middle of the copper box ring. Lifting those undisputed British Tag Team Champions above their heads. What an incredible moment. All because of them and their hard work. All because of their incredible relationship. And, what? Oh, yes. The 100% also because of the words of encouragement, of the tough love I showed them, and that played in TK's mind, and that made him decide that the right thing to do in this situation was go back and help his partner. Sunshine Machine, you're welcome. All of this to say that I think that if I, one, have a win over one of the undisputed British Tag Team Champions, and two, am definitely to give credit for the incredible win and incredible moment they had at the Copper Box. If it was up to me, I would give myself a tag team title shot. That's what I'd do. But what do I know, right? What do I know? So that happened. But that was not the only thing that happened in RevPro, isn't it? I am looking forward to title shots. I'm looking forward to October. There's a lot of great things happening in October that I'm looking for. But maybe not more relevant and important than this right here.
David Francisco got him!
Second time? I am able to beat Sha Samuels at the 229.
I'm sick of this. I ain't stupid. That's the second time you beat me. David Francisco, I want you one-on-one. No tag teams, no Santos, no Joshua James, no greedy souls, no young bloods. Just me and you, one-on-one.
I appreciate that he wants competition. I don't appreciate the timing of when it happens. I find it very funny that he wants to grab the microphone now.
Great veteran example you're putting here. Because I just want my music was playing, and you just couldn't for once give me the moments that I've earned, could you?
Sha Samuels is such a bad influence that, as you can see in this footage, he gets children to swear in the crowd. That's on him.
Yeah, typical. You are just like each and every one of these people here. They don't respect me. You don't respect me.
But if I'm not going to get respect, I'm going to go and I'm going to take with my hands. You want me one-on-one? Yeah? You want to see it one-on-one? Yeah? Well, it's going to be on my terms. I am sick of pinning you and defeating you again and again. You want a match? Here's my conditions. No disqualifications. A respect match. The only way to win, Cha, is when I grab the microphone in front of your mouth and I make you say, I respect you.
A respect match.
You want to do it soon? We can do it next month.
Well, there we
You
go.
want to see it next month? You know what? We're in agreement. I want to see it next month too. You and I, respect match next month.
I think that if a person wants to make a challenge, they have to take the conditions of that challenge as the challenge comes, right? And I think that the 229, the disrespect is crazy. Almost as crazy as teaching the kids all the swear words. The 229 has responded to seeing the big moments that I give them, the great evolution of my wrestling career, the setting down of the building blocks of the centerpiece. And they responded to that with disdain. So maybe they don't deserve to see another big moment for me. But somewhere else definitely deserves to see those big moments, right? So yeah, if you want to do that, we can do that. It's a respect match, and it's
in Southampton.
I called my shots, right? Gotta deliver, and I will, because I'll have my home away from home with me. Southampton will be there by my side. That really does mean a lot. Yeah, that's happening, and I'm sure that we'll be able to talk a little bit more about it. I'll put out probably a little promotional video or something, but that's a lot that we have looking forward when it comes to October, right? We got Colossus, we got Purpose, we got this respect match, we got EC3. I didn't even touch on this. I defeated Paul Robinson at Future Pro Wrestling. That match is already online, and on the same day as Royal Quest, and very close to Royal Quest as well, I'm wrestling EC3. And I think that that's crazy. And I will be able to talk more about this as we go and as we get close to it. But October is looking to be a very interesting month. And I'm very much looking forward to showing you all. Yeah. I am a bit behind on a few vlogs, but I will be able to get them out pretty soon. The weekender of... It's Colossus in Southampton. I believe that's one of the vlogs. The vlog of the anniversary show of the Copper Box, I know we're a bit behind, but I want to get that out. This Friday, I'm going to be on This Is a Revolution, the RevPro podcast with David DeMark and Spike Loves Wrestling, who's here on the chat as well. Spike likes wrestling, apologies. And the Rongulans George, who has seen the ways of the good chocolate. Also coming out to my YouTube channel, if by any chance you haven't subscribed and would like to keep up with all these things, it's youtube.com/DavidFrancisco channel, or youtube.com/@I'm David Francisco. It's weird the way that they do URLs, right? Because the name of the channel is David Francisco, YouTube said your URL needs to say David Francisco first, and then you can add whatever you want afterwards. But another thing that's going to come out is a very quick video on another thing I did in August, which was participation on the Rick's summer camp. I was there for 3 days, helping out with the Rick's training, and so I want to show you a little bit of footage from that, a few words from the head trainer at Rick's, because I would love to do more. I think that I'm in a perfect position to be able to help a lot of promotions in Europe, because I come from a promotion in Europe, and I've been here for so long as well, that I feel like I will be able to know exactly how to help the way that they need. I want to do more. I really enjoy going to France and doing that, and I want to do more, and hopefully this video will help showcase a little bit of exactly what that would entail, which would be pretty cool. And also a quick mention to the London School of Wrestling, who with September coming back, a lot of people coming back to training, the new beginners course, September beginners course, is going pretty well. We just finished week 3, so that's pretty good to see. I am very excited about that. I just showed you earlier the UKPW, the Bexley Heath High Street show, and as I said, there were 2. And on the first one in July, we had a wrestler on that show that started with the beginners course here with us and had their first match on that show. So we already are in a position where we are able to create professional wrestlers and get people on shows. And there's more people that are very close to that to get there as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing them do that, and the assistance, the ability that we'll be able to give them, and hopefully we also be able to build platforms for that to shine on. Not just the RevPro Contenders platform, which I feel like we are getting very close to a position where there is now talent that makes sense to have a show like that, as opposed to being just a RevPro show with the mid-card of RevPro, but actually new and fresh talent taking their first steps. And as well, maybe other platforms that would be good to showcase them, either in partnership with, for example, the London School of Wrestling and UKPW, or other platforms that may be able to see it. Yeah, so all of this to say, it's been very fun and very rewarding and incredible to just been a whirlwind of so many things happening, and more things are going to continue to happen, and it's been nothing but rewarding. It's been a very fun ride, and I appreciate that you're all here coming with me on this ride, and we'll keep on going. We shall keep on going. Next week, I'll probably catch up on whatever happened at RevPro while I was gone. I want to see what happened during the weekend when I wasn't there, and look ahead into probably the 229 and around the corner, the Southampton show. We are getting very close to it, and I am very excited. It's going to be always coming on up. I appreciate you guys being there on that side to coming with me on the journey. Thanks. This was the debrief of this week. I'll be back next week. I'll see you there. And maybe I'll come up with a good closing line for that. I'll think about it.